Yani enia Dennis Opoku Katakyie ND Nkomo or National President Emma NABCO. Yani ND Nkomo no. Dennis, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Na anope mbom diseng.
Nyame adome ho ye pa na mo so e.
Ihu mu kakra. Dennis, oda so kwa adwuma.
Me da so kwa adwuma pa me nua eye NABCO trainees ye follow the directives from government through the NABCO headquarters to say we should remain at post pending permanent arrangement.
Dennis, ukuta aye certificate ben.
Me kuta HR human resource
diploma. All right. Now, according to my statement, akatiasem ya akwaye bibia ewo honum. Ma nchechemu kakra.
Yes, according to your statement, as you said, it's true. I think last year, November, and directives after said program no end October. Now, at the end of the day, directives no say we should remain at post pending permanent arrangements. And the colleagues are remaining at post from last year November to date. At least 7 good months in a stipends beer, which is very unfortunate. Of course, Indian economy a tough form as a result of COVID-19 be affected global Ghana so ekahubi. Another than Kufuado on several occasions on many platforms sure Ghanaians say nipe wudi won't mean money and be name economy ni tough form. Were competent enough to bring back the economy, which of course but on the more serious note, on behalf of NABCO trainees, I remaining at post for permanent employment and then following the directives from the authorities. Catch another than Kufuado say if care is not taking his own chair, we may not live to see the economy bounce back.
Now, what have you been told as to a delay? You can't want to say, didn't you? And a music number
delay. Wow. I don't want to say it is delay because delay been 7 good months, but as we speak, all engagements we are giving a feedback say all issues are being worked on. We should exercise patience, and we think that 7 months is too much. That is why we are supposed to come out that way.
Clarify point in my Munianoma, young fans somebody more on contract. Yeah. Because you have been told you should stay on until more permanent ever. But Munianoma one more survey within the 3-year mandate no more. And would you happen to know so much your market chaneba?
Munianom here for her.
Unse momo de young fans I exhausted more 10 one. What I say? More survey until further notice ever catching so you're posting Makosha and I said Makosha. But those who are within their frame say they are working as core NABCO people, no. One more market you are saying?
I don't get it. What I want you to also get it, Nese. NABCO, you need 2 categories.
Okay.
NABCO trainees are together. And see what I know, Nese. As such, last year October program that's what scheme no. We are told to remain at post and therefore please.
So what's the point I'm making? I say, the making who's a more young fans more contract end
yeah.
But there are those whose contracts have not expired.
Who says the contract has not expired?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
And see,
your contract no expire October.
Okay.
And your scheme no so our contract no expire and we are being advised or directed to remain at post.
And
so
see,
we don't have 2 categories.
After Momo Batch, there isn't been any NABCO recruitment.
There has not been any NABCO recruitment, please.
After Momo Batch, no?
Yes. There has not been any NABCO recruitment.
All right. So then, thanks for the correction then.
You're welcome.
Maybe Sasa, what's the way forward?
The way forward is what we are talking about. Now, program we are being advised or directed to remain at post pending permanent arrangements. 7 good months. Authorities are aware. We have some people who say the program has collapsed. It's no more. So but those who have remained at post pending permanent arrangement from last year November to date, dear, the authorities are aware. There has been several head counts. Authorities are aware this section of trainees have remained at post pending permanent arrangement, and they have not flouted our directives. They are there. Timesheet submission and ordinary things are validation are with the authorities. They know or remain at post from the last year November to date. Now we are looking forward to your first ever press conference to also pour our grievances to the public and to the government. If for all these things our next line of action will be defined and of course will be communicated to.
All right, so what kind of permanent arrangement? What does it mean?
Permanent arrangement?
Yes, say future.
What does it mean?
Yes, that's what you're saying.
I mean, this was the directives from the authorities. So how do we understand it?
So what have they told you is the meaning of that?
Come again, sir?
What have they told you is the meaning of that?
I mean, remain at post pending permanent arrangement. It tells you that there are some what do you call it, processes going on, which of course a permanent agenda no abaso. And of course, let me clear some things here. One, a permanent employment. I want to also say also over well, we are all learning from each other. Permanent employment to me is not being on the payroll of government. Unless you prove me wrong. You can say permanent employment and you say a buy no do to payroll so. Because sebe semenya misike bina misime kwa kubi mejuma na me amaye mejuma. I can call it permanent employment. Because I don't think se mimi nyeska kubi mejuma na me ye ejuma o baby. Na aban so afa mejuma. Time be na me de be kwa aban de na time be na me de be comedy. Fine, me to me a comedy after say me wi aban de no. Man say go 6 o'clock and 5 o'clock and 4 o'clock and my power judgment me so me no dear fine. But I don't think say permanent employment you say abandon do to payroll. I mean these are some of the issues we need to educate the public. You can't permanent employment because I know say abandon educate can say one permanent employment agenda no. 3 things. Number 1, a permanent employment under the public sector. Permanent employment under the private sector, and entrepreneurship. You start and able take you over. So we are NABCO trainee. We move back. It is permanent employment. And I don't know. Say say permanent employment. Only your friend say I buy payroll. So then you just take for the public to know.
Is that what you are guessing? I'm saying.
No. A way of communication, I mean, say if only you also have a different thing, say, and yes, sir, then we advise.
I only asked a simple question from you, Dennis. Say, what have you been told to say permanent employment? And that's not what I asked you.
Oh yeah. And I may say
it was a simple question I asked you.
We have some people. That is why I went on to explain. Man cannot permanent employment.
Now you are speaking your mind. Listen,
it is
Dennis,
the question. A lot of people ask the same question, but almost asking the same question now. And how they explain it, is different from what I explained. And to this time, if you have any meaning, be an anti-Semitic. I mean, why don't you educate the public?
Dennis, I only asked a question about what you are being told because I'm not privy to whatever that the government has been telling you. And so, for purposes of education,
what I have been told, listen to me.
Listen,
what I have been told about permanent.
Isaac, let's proceed.